Hello, Sagittarius. This is your forecast for November of 2015, and we're looking at the Tarot. I know a lot of you have questions about what's going on in your life, how are things going to open up and expand, and so I've created a great tool for you. I'm going to be speaking about it here towards the end, so you want to follow through to hear exactly what tool I've created for you that you can use anytime, anywhere, whenever needed. I am so excited to launch this, and I'm so excited to see what you think, and I trust you'll come to love it. And I'm feeling as you're starting off here in this month, some of you will have your birthday here later in that last week of November. But listen, I'm seeing that there is a sense of things turning in the right way for you. You got the Wheel of Fortune, new things coming in, and there might also be a celebration. This could be around a female. Not saying that the event itself is the female, but maybe the female might be opening up for whatever this celebration may be. She seems to come across as somebody who's very outgoing, charming, and warm, and so whatever this get together is going to be, well, it's something that is really going to behoove you. You're going to be happy for it. I'm also feeling that your bonds this month, spiritually and emotionally, is really sweet. And it's allowing new chapters to open up. It's something you've been longing for. It's something you've been dreaming about. And I'm feeling, too, that you're seeing eye to eye, heart to heart. And this is definitely building upon the value structure that you hold. We're talking about values not necessarily as financial. We're talking about matters of the heart and those values. So there is, for a few of you, you might even be thinking about marriage or long-term commitment. There is now a sense of leaving behind a certain chapter, and we know that you Sagittarians, for the most part, is very much so a free spirit. But not now. I'm seeing that commitment is really what is at hand. And so for those of you who have been single, this is an it month for you. And even coming into December, we'll talk more about that next month though. But yeah, some of you are going to see that this doorway now is opening up. Also feeling, when we briefly just touched upon values also being money, this month doesn't seem to hold the biggest changes. There could have been changes there in October for you, and that's kind of filtering over, okay, running over into November. So that should be good. I see stability here and more coming in behind it. So whatever new in October, it's kind of like downloading and plateauing here as you're contemplating how things could improve, and that will be more the touch and go for next month. But this month, at least stability. I'm also seeing that you are coming to a conclusion. And what conclusion actually? It kind of like, it has this internal as well as an external factor to it. It might be something you have been thinking about, meditating about, contemplating here in the spiritual, but now coming out into the material external world. And I see that there's such joy here, Sagittarius, in this, as you're coming out and you're sharing it, as if you'd like the whole world to want to know. And so communication is a big thing this month. Also, another factor might just be your living situation. So, of course, that doesn't go for all of you. We can't put everybody under the same comb. But for a few of you, we'll start feeling that there's this restlessness, that it might be time to change things up where it has been a long time coming. Because I can see that a few of you have been feeling this for a while, but some of you are already going to start creating the shift of maybe expanding the area that you live in, or change it up, maybe remodel it. In that case, you know what? When we remodel or even just change the furniture around, it creates a new shui, new feng shui, and that energizes us physically, spiritually, and mentally. For those of you taking the leap to make a change up, to actually make a physical move, well, let me tell you what's around there. I see more space, all right? It's more spacious. And in that, this new cycle, when we have a little bit more space around us, we will also expand our mental space because it all ties in. If it's tight, our thought seems to bounce off the walls and it goes no further than that. When we have more space, it's like our mental energies are flowing out into a larger space as well. And this is the magical thing that you might just feel how it will have an effect upon you. So I'm seeing that joy. It's more like, I feel you have this power now where you're taking the reins of making and creating changes now for you and for your partner, where there's this flow, not just flow, it is a flow, but there's like this surge is a better word. I see a surge of upcoming new thoughts coming from this, and where you're really having to tackle your time space to make everything work for you, just so you don't get crowded by all of these new thoughts coming in. So you're tackling it, but you are inspired. And so, yes, we can say that might be a little bit stress, but not all stress is negative. By all means, sometimes we're in that drive, that hyper mode, where that stress is actually making things shake and move. And that's where I see you here coming into this month. And some of that, all of this started up here in October for you. So, I mean, this is relatively a very short period afterwards where you're taking these actions. You might hear about a person that might be leaving the scene here at this point. Can't say who he is in relation to you, but it's somebody that you really adore and love. But it looks like he might be moving onwards towards some new horizons, as if he's feeling he's completed a certain cycle. And I see that you're joyful for him because he's happy in what he's going to be pursuing, and you are going to be supportive of it. This is by no means a split of your relationship, your friendship, or anything. It just means that there's a shifting of gears also taking place with this person. As far as your employer, if you're not self-employed, that is, but as far as your employer goes this month, I feel there could be looking into matters as if light is being shed upon a certain situation. And in that, I'm feeling maybe you're going to have a review. Maybe that could be what it is. Because it's shedding light upon a matter, and then it will come to, for you, be a shift of gears. Something transformative, I feel. And hopefully for those of you now that have been feeling you've been doing really well, that could perhaps even indicate what can come here next month, where we could see that there might be a new jump here or change in your financial situation. This month, it's good. So hopefully that could be or indicate a review. And those of you who have done really well could come to see maybe there is a raise coming up, news about it. Maybe if not starting right away, it could be here kind of forecasting it for the times now to come, towards the end of the year or coming into January. I feel many of you Sagittarians, you've been healing. Healing what? Well, there's many levels where we can be healed upon, but I'm seeing here you have insights. You've been deepening your spirituality, your consciousness. In the area it's showing up here is that there is many new things, maybe metaphysically or quantum physically too, for that matter, which is opening up a whole Pandora's box of possibilities of what is quantumly available to you, available to all of us. And so in that, I'm feeling that that is also a new growth. We can add that to the values in your life that's growing as well. So we're loving to see that. Your career is looking good. You're feeling that there has been a growth of stability throughout that of 2015. Right now, you might just feel that you're really tying into this job, like binding yourself there to it, and that is also good. And then a surprise. This is coming up in the area of friendships. So some insider news, could be phone calls or messages of some really great news taking place, and then back and forth communication here for a while. Coming towards the end of November, Sagittarius, I feel, hold a steady course. Okay, you've been filtering through those things that no longer hold any value to you. I think, the eclipse that we had here end of September has helped you also to look at those things that no longer serve a purpose for you. And so that really allows a whole new room of energy to be focused on those things that do matter. Okay, so it's sharpening and honing your focus on your abilities, skills, and talents so that you can take those energies and run with them, transform them, grow them as you can see for your own or within your own inner mind. That's what it's all about. So I have a new channel and it is called Pick 3 Cards. You can find it on YouTube or you can also find it on my website anytime, also called pick3cards.com. So the thing is, you hold a question in your mind, you go pick 3 cards, and then you listen to the answer. Here's a little test so you can see what you can expect. And then afterwards, I'll put up the link. You go straight there and start asking your questions and see what answers you're going to get back. Now, here we have somebody who exudes power and intelligence. This is a man that we all look up to. We respect him. He's got integrity. He has lived up to his higher potential. And this is a man above all men, all the other kings in the zodiac. And it is because he lives true and authentic to his heart. He follows the guidelines of foundation in life for good rules, good integrity. It's definitely somebody that you can trust. If this man has showed up for you now in your question, you may expect this type of a person now to show up around you here in the very near future that will be supportive to you. It could be a father figure, it could be a boss, or somebody that you look up to and respect. It might be a soulmate that comes in, and in that case, you will come to see in this persona that he reflects many of the facets of the diamond, meaning that you can come to recognize certain traits from the men that you have met along your path, and so you will feel very safe, very comfortable with him. And normally, well, it is definitely somebody that you can tie very, very good liaisons with.